इसको. हाँ, हो गया, done. Thank you, Lakshmi, for reminding me. Yes. So we're going to get into this really, really fast and try and understand the vegetation of India. But before we do that, we're going to revise the last class a little bit. What we'll do is we'll play fastest finger first. अब इसका क्या मतलब है? जैसे क्वेश्चन स्क्रीन पे आएगा फटाफट आंसर टाइप करना है अपनी लैंग्वेज में and you have to send it across. All right? So is everybody ready? If you're ready, give me a big yes on the group chat. Let's see who's ready for fastest finger first of revision. Yes, yes, amazing, amazing. I love the enthusiasm of the classroom. All right. I see Ankit after a lot of time actually. Ankit, you've been missing a lot of classes. All right, great. Let's revise. The first question. Ajit, इतना बड़ा yes है, इतना ही बड़ा आंसर आना चाहिए, ठीक है? The first question. Define evergreen forest in your language. Define evergreen forest. Jaldi se. You can type it on everyone so that only I don't see, everybody sees your answer. Let's see. Let's see who responds. Define evergreen forest. फटाफट. Last class में किया था यार. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8. थोड़ा धीरे धीरे करना चाहिए क्या? 7, 6, 5. Nobody remembers. How is that possible, guys? Evergreen forest. 4. Forest which is green always. Evergreen forest is located in Brazil. What else? The forest that never dries. It's always greenery. It always rains. It's made up of green trees. What else? A lot of all of this combined. Forest made up of every green trees. Amazon is known for its evergreen forest. This forest releases 20% of the oxygen. It lies on the equator. It's an Amazon basin. Amazing, guys. I love the response. When we studied evergreen forest, we divide the term into two parts, ever and green, right? So a forest that is green across seasons. So throughout the year, it is in the Amazon forest. It lied on the equator. We studied about it in a lot of details in the last class, right? So all of you are right in this, and you passed the first question. Let's move to the second question. What is the name of seasonal forest in Brazil? This is a tough question. What is the name of, there were two seasonal forests. What is the name of seasonal forest of Brazil? Let's see who answers. There were different types of forests. One was evergreen, then there was equatorial. Which were the two others? Let's see who responds. कौन सा forest seasonal था ब्राजील में? मुझे लग ही रहा था यहाँ पे deciduous and Brazilian highland, not Brazilian highland. Mahima, there was a forest in Brazilian highland. It had a different name. Deciduous is, let's see who supports deciduous. Paraguay में था, that it was located in Paraguay. It was located in Brazilian highland. What was the name? Mahima says temperate. Do we support temperate and deciduous forest? So there was, first one was evergreen, then there was equatorial, then there was deciduous, and then there was temperate. And deciduous and temperate was seasonal in nature because they lied on Brazilian highland and Paraguay-Parana plateau. So everybody now knows the answer. If you didn't know before, do you know the answer now? Yeah? Amazing. Next question. What is the meaning of vegetation? सबको आना चाहिए. सबको आना चाहिए. Flora and fauna of a particular region. Amazing, Amit. What else? Let's see who else responds. What else? What else? Jaldi say. Guys, just type in your own words. What does vegetation mean? You don't know what vegetation means? Trees surrounding according to seasons. All plants in a particular place. Amazing, Ankit. So, Ankit, Ankit's answer and Amit's answer and Ritesh's answer, particularly, and Tanisha's answer, amazing. Shubham's answer is also great. Alright, so basically you have understood the crux. जो plants एक फिजियोग्राफी के हिसाब से बनते हैं, तो वेजिटेशन सिर्फ फॉरेस्ट में नहीं होता, वेजिटेशन अलग अलग तरीकों की होती है अलग अलग ज्योग्राफी के अंदर। तो जहां पे धूप ज्यादा है वहां पर छोटे प्लांट्स ग्रो होंगे, श्रब्स ग्रो होंगे, जहां पे धूप कम है और पानी ज्यादा है वहां पे लंबे प्लांट्स ग्रो होंगे बिकॉज दे वांट द सनलाइट, राइट? सो द वेजिटेशन चेंजेस इटसेल्फ अकॉर्डिंग टू डिफरेंट क्लाइमेट्स, राइट? That is what vegetation means. Plants, a group of plants changing according to the physiography of that place, right? Next question, this is the last question. What did deciduous forest mean? मैंने deciduous forest अब भी पूछा था. What does deciduous forest mean? Let's see who responds. 1, क्वेश्चन में ही आंसर है कहीं ना कहीं तो. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a seasonal forest. Ajay, we are just revising and we're going to move on. Seasonal forest, seasonal forest. Amazing, guys. So we got the crux. The forest that grows seasonally are deciduous forests. We will study about it in detail today as well, right? So deciduous forest can be in Brazil, it can be in India, it can be in Africa. It's just a term, right? It's a term for any forest which is seasonal in nature. All right, so it's not specific to Brazil, it can be found in any country. All right, now are all of these things clear to you so that we move forward to vegetation of India today? All of these things clear? Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Rest of you? Yeah? Amazing. Amazing. Badhiya, badhiya. Okay. Chalo. Let's move to today's objective. Today's objective is a little heavy, but do not go on the name. ठीक है, धीरे धीरे करेंगे तो समझ आएगा. Analyze the impact of vegetation of India on everyday life around us. तो हम आज कैसे पढ़ेंगे? हम इंडिया के फॉरेस्ट को पढ़ेंगे, जो अलग अलग टाइप के फॉरेस्ट है, जो अलग अलग इंडिया की फिजियोग्राफी पे डिपेंडेंट बने हैं, राइट? बट हम ये भी पढ़ेंगे साथ साथ कि वो फॉरेस्ट उस पर्टिकुलर एरिया में क्या काम करता है, राइट? उस फॉरेस्ट का उस पर्टिकुलर इकोसिस्टम में क्या रोल है, उस फॉरेस्ट के साथ क्या अच्छा हो रहा है, क्या बुरा हो रहा है, डिफॉरेस्टेशन का क्या डिफरेंस, मतलब वो फॉरेस्ट हमारी जिंदगी को कैसे इम्पैक्ट करता है, राइट? So while we study a different type of forest, we also study its impact on human life. Okay, so we will move into vegetation of India. First, we will be answering a few questions that are already there in the textbook, right? So now, जिस question पे मैं हाथ डालूंगी, आपको उस question का answer इस map में ढूंढना है, and you have to write it on the chat. All right? Now, which forests are found in western snow-capped region of India? Now look here, and from here, figure out which forests are found in western snow-capped region of India. Western snow-capped regions. Let's see who responds. What are these forests called? Look at the map, you will find the answer. Himalaya? Himalaya? Do we support Himalaya, guys? Amazing. Exactly, right? Amazing. All right. Next question. On which coast do you mainly find coastal vegetation? अभी यहाँ पे देखो कि ग्रीनरी किस कोस्ट पे ज्यादा है. हमारे दो कोस्ट है, वेस्टर्न और ईस्टर्न. तो हमारी ग्रीनरी किस कोस्ट पे ज्यादा है? रितेश ध्यान से देखो. वेस्टर्न. यू कैन सी इट हियर, राइट? ये जो ज्यादा ग्रीन वाला एरिया है ये अपना एरिया है, महाराष्ट्र वाला एरिया है. सो दिस इज द वेस्टर्न कोस्ट. ऑलराइट. Amazing. Next question. Which type of forest occupy maximum area in India and why? Look at the map and answer. Which type of forest occupy maximum area in India and why? Ritesh says evergreen. Lakshmi says deciduous. Nidhi says deciduous. What else? Who else? Deciduous? Deciduous? Seasonal. Why do you think seasonal forests have maximum area? Why do you think that's so? Think about the equator question. How far are we from equator? How much rainfall will we have? Will we have seasonal rainfall? Will we have annual rainfall? Amazing, Nidhi. So because of seasonal rainfall, right? Why seasonal? Because we're not directly lying on equator. We're a little far from it. Hence, we will be having seasonal rainfall. And that seasonal rainfall occurs in most parts of central India, which is the peninsular region, because of which there is maximum deciduous forest in India. Alright, so because we have seasonal rainfall, we have more deciduous forest as compared to evergreen forest. Alright, is this clear? एक last question पूछती हूँ फिर पूछती हूँ if this is clear, okay? Where do you find thorny and shrub vegetations and why? Thorny माने छोटे छोटे वाले vegetations, right? And why? Thorny shrubs लिखा हुआ है, map पे लिखा हुआ है. Ajay says Gujarat. Which else area? Ram, were you not listening carefully from the starting? Please maintain patience. We're going to move forward. You will understand. Tamil Nadu, parts of Tamil Nadu, yes. What else? Amazing. Northern part, amazing. Got it, guys. So you all got the gist. This is how you read a map. This is how you figure out how different forests are placed in different regions dependent on how much water is there, right? So eventually everything depends on the amount of water and the amount of sunlight. Because एक प्लांट को ग्रो होने के लिए बेसिक क्या चाहिए? You need sunlight and you need water. तो कितना अमाउंट कहाँ है उसके वेरिएशन के हिसाब से डिफरेंट फॉरेस्ट वेरी करते हैं. ऑलराइट, इज दिस क्लियर? बहुत बेसिक चीज है. दीज वर जस्ट एग्जांपल्स. वी आर गोइंग टू मूव इनटू ज्योग्राफिकल एक्सप्लेनेशन फ्रॉम हियर. अमेजिंग, अमेजिंग, बढ़िया बढ़िया. रेस्ट ऑफ यू? ऑलराइट, second here, drawings. All right, now we are going to study the different types of forests in India. So we have total of 5 different forests. One is evergreen, जिसकी अभी हमने revision करी थी. Evergreen forests were forests which are not seasonal, they are there throughout the year. Second is deciduous, which are seasonal in nature. Then there is tropical thorn forest and scrubs, which are जिनके अंदर छोटे छोटे plants होते हैं. उसका reason वगैरह सब कुछ अभी आगे पढ़ते हैं. फिर है montane forest. These are basically forests on the mountain region, so on the Himalayan side. And mangrove forests are the forests in the Sundarban Delta side. Guys, where was Sundarban Delta? Which two rivers made up Sundarban Delta? We studied this. ये याद नहीं रहा तो देखना तुम. सुंदरबन डेल्टा कौन सी दो रिवर्स बनाती है? गंगा एंड ब्रह्मपुत्र. एंड विच आर द टू कंट्रीज इन विच सुंदरबन डेल्टा इज प्रेजेंट? अमेजिंग. बांग्लादेश एंड वेस्ट बंगाल. तो वेस्ट बंगाल इंडिया में हो गया एंड बांग्लादेश. इज दिस करेक्ट? इंडिया एंड बांग्लादेश. अमेजिंग. Right, so we remember this. We remember the delta. The delta creates these forests around it. So we're going to study about all of these 5 in detail, one after the other. All right. Now, first we're going to study about evergreen forest. Now, let's try and spot evergreen forest. So we're going to compare these two maps. एंड स्पॉट एवरग्रीन फॉरेस्ट कि कहाँ कहाँ पर है. अब एवरग्रीन फॉरेस्ट इस मैप के अंदर जो भी मैक्सिमम ग्रीन एरिया है उसके अंदर है, राइट. सो अब आप मेरे को नाम प्राइवेट पे करो, टू प्रज्ञा करो and name at least 2 states which have evergreen forests. Name 2 states which have evergreen forest. 2 pragya karke, so that only I see your answer. Amazing. Ajay has responded. Ajit has responded. Lakshmi has responded. Nidhi has responded. Ritesh has responded. Amit has responded. Amazing, guys. Chhattisgarh and Bihar. Okay, Maharashtra. Yes. All right. So you got it. Basically, पूरी 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 स्टेट के अंदर एवरग्रीन फॉरेस्ट नहीं होता, कुछ कुछ बाउंड्रीज पे है, कुछ कुछ पर्टिकुलर रीजन्स के अंदर है, राइट. सो इट फॉर्म्स अ पार्ट इन द स्टेट बट नॉट द होल स्टेट. So it's not like Amazon forest, it's covering the whole region, it's covering parts like boundaries of India. Deciduous covers main regions. So it's covering the boundaries, it's going towards northeastern side. It's, guys, which was the main river here? Why do you think there is an evergreen forest here? Which was the main river here? 2 main rivers here. Ganga was there and no, Ritesh. इस साइड पर जमुना भी है, but what else? Which river on this side? Yes, Ajay said it correctly. Guys, आप प्राइवेट से हटा सकते हो. अब to everyone कर दो. Ganga and Brahmaputra. A lot of you have responded correctly. So Ganga and Brahmaputra are there. That is why this particular belt has evergreen forest. Now this region had a lot of winds coming in. So this had, this had smaller hills, right? So that is why this has more forest region. Now this had larger hills because of which there are not much, फॉरेस्ट रीजन प्रेजेंट, राइट. सो इस तरीके से ज्योग्राफी पढ़ी जाती है. पुराना फिर ज्योग्राफी भूल के आगे नहीं पढ़ सकते आप, आपको सारे डॉट्स कनेक्ट करने पड़ते हैं, राइट. सो दिस इज योर गेसेस आर करेक्ट, एब्सोल्युटली करेक्ट. सो वी आर गोइंग टू मूव फॉरवर्ड नाउ and understand more about the features of evergreen forest. Now evergreen forests are in the regions which have 2000 millimeter of rainfall on an average with abundant sunlight, and this is present across the years, right. Now the leaves of these forests are broad and green. Can we guess why? Can we talk about why are the leaves of these forests broader? Let's see who can answer. Evergreen forest के अंदर बहुत ज्यादा number of forests होते हैं, लंबे लंबे trees होते हैं, more photosynthesis. Amazing, Ajay. Amazing answer, right? So what happens is that you need to fight for sunlight because the sunlight is minimum, the trees are more, you're fighting each other to reach to the sunlight, right? So you need more space, so you create larger, broader leaves, right? So that is how broader leaves are created in evergreen forests. The trees have hardwood, heavy and durable. We've studied this. Mahogany, rosewood, rubber. We studied this in Brazil वाले में. Evergreen forest में लंबे लंबे trees होते हैं. Why? Why do we have longer trees? Similar reason. Sun also rises from that direction because it does not get sunlight. So everybody, they have a competition between each other. They're fighting for the sun, right? So that is why they have the longer trees like mahogany, like rosewood, like rubber. There's higher biodiversity. There are lots of different forms of animals in evergreen forest are found, right? Yes, Ajay, that is one of the reasons. Now what we are going to study is why do we need to understand evergreen forest in depth? हमें इसको पढ़ने की जरूरत क्या है? हमारी everyday life में इसका क्या काम है? Can we guess? Can we guess why do we need to understand evergreen forest in depth? Let's see who responds. Because Lakshmi, you can put it to everyone now, because deforestation is happening on a large scale. Very, very important point. What else? What beyond deforestation? To know diversity in different, जानने से क्या मिलेगा हमको? Why do we need to understand it? What's the point? To study importance of nature, to acknowledge evergreen. Okay, all right, amazing. To reduce level of carbon dioxide. All right, so everybody has a different sort of guesses. Have you read about Assam floods recently? Did you know about Assam floods in 2020? Yes? If you didn't know, it's fine. You will know right now. I'm sharing a link to a video. We will watch that video, come back and answer this question again, okay? It's not just Assam floods. It is, the video is about why do we need to save forests? Why do we need to study evergreen forests? Let's see this video, come back in 5 minutes. Once you're done, just come back to the chat and write done. Shiva, please go and watch the video. Done? Amazing, Aditya. Can you please write your response to why do we need to understand evergreen forest in depth now? Aditya, I'm expecting a response from you to this question now. Now answer. Umehani, please answer this question now. Please type your answer. Why do we need to understand evergreen forest in depth? Mahima, please answer this question since you're done. Why do we need to understand the evergreen forest in depth? Ajit, answer this question. If you're done, answer this question. Ritesh, Lakshmi, please answer this question. Nidhi, Ajay, Saurabh, avoid what? Sanya, can we please answer this question? What did we learn from this? That we can avoid natural disaster if we're taking care of our evergreen forest, right? And how we are destroying our evergreen forest, right? Which is so useful for our biodiversity, because of which we're seeing floods after floods after floods. We are creating embankments which are destroying the things further, right? What we actually need to do is to save these forests. So now when you grow up, when you become a forest officer, when you get into policy making, into politics, you will see how everything is connected to the basics, right? So when you understand why evergreen forest was essential in Assam's physiography, only then you can do something about it, right? To know advantages of every evergreen forest. Amazing, Ajay. Right? Is it now clear to everyone why it is so important for our ecosystem to know about evergreen forest? Amazing. I hope you all learned from this and to help decrease deforestation and living things. Amazing, guys. Right? We're going to move forward to study about deciduous forest now. अब deciduous forest की हमने एक खास बात पढ़ी थी कि deciduous forests are seasonal in nature. अभी to know more about nature, be aware of floods, do not like. Amazing, Aditya. What a response. I'm going to post this response. I'm going to click a picture, post this response so that everybody knows how to respond from next time. Not one sentences. You need to write 4 to 5 sentences like Aditya right now did. I'm going to post his response in our groups, okay? Right. Now we're going to move into the second form of forest, which is the deciduous forest. Right? Now deciduous forest के अंदर हमने ये पढ़ा था, they are seasonal in nature. तो वो मानसून सीजन्स के अंदर वो फॉरेस्ट एकदम ग्रो करते हैं, पर जब मानसून नहीं है तब उन फॉरेस्ट का क्या होता होगा फिर? When there is monsoon, these forests will be blooming, right? But when there is no monsoon, then what happens? It becomes dry. There is drought, not exactly. It has less water, so it's surviving on very, very less water. Now, what the trees do is that because they have to survive and not die till the next year monsoon, so instead of wasting water by giving it to the leaves, they let the leaves dry and preserve water only for the trunk of the tree, right? So that is why those leaves dry out, and then जैसे ये पिक्चर में है ना, नीचे ऐसे सारे में leaves गिरी हुई हैं, right? ऐसे पतझड़ का मौसम आ जाता है, spring season, right? So this season comes in deciduous forests only. This type of forest will not be available in evergreen forest. It is always green. This season will come in deciduous forest after the monsoon, right? When the tree is trying to save itself and it decides to sacrifice its leaves for that, right? So that is the basic of deciduous forest. What we will now do is we will understand deciduous forest in more detail. I'm going to send you a link of the video and you're going to watch that video and come back, and then we will discuss the implication of deciduous forest in India. अच्छा, अब आप जब ये वीडियो देख रहे हो तो आप इस क्वेश्चन को लेके जाओगे कि इंडिया के कौन कौन सी स्टेट्स के अंदर deciduous forest है. So you are finding the answer to the question, in which states of India is deciduous forest present. You will watch the video and find the answer and come back. And once you come back, you don't write done, you write the name of the states. Yes, Divya. I'm sorry, I misplaced the word. Of India have. You will be answering this question after watching this video. Yes, Tanisha, it has to be privately. You're answering this question privately, all of you. Amazing. Shubham has responded, guys. Rest of you. Amazing. Tanisha has responded privately. Shubham, you were supposed to respond privately. It's okay, Tanisha. It's okay. You made a mistake. Amazing. Lakshmi has responded. Waiting for the rest of you. Even if you can see the answer, you can still type it. Thank you, Ritesh. Thank you, Aditya. Thank you, Ajay. Thank you, Sanya. I love, Aditya, how you write your responses. It's so prompt like classroom. Thank you, Shehbaz. Thank you, Mehani. I think now we will be clear with what deciduous forest mean. Where are they present in India? Right? What kind of trees are present in deciduous forest? So we're going to move forward to understand the three key features and then move on to the next forest. Right? Is everyone done? Is everyone done so that we can move forward? Yeah, thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. All right, we're going to move ahead. We're going to study the three main features. The first feature is that these regions receive 1000 to 2000 millimeters of rainfall in India, right? So evergreen was 2000 above. This is 1000 to 2000. They have something called the dry season where trees shed their leaves so that water is not lost due to evaporation. The evaporation happens from the tree leaves, so that is why the tree, in order to survive, sheds its leaves and preserves the water inside its body, right? I taught you this beforehand as well. And the kind of trees that are available, you saw it in the video. There's teak, there's bamboo, there's people, there's banyan, right? And there were a lot of other trees as well. So if we are clear with deciduous forest, can we move on to the next one? Yeah, amazing. All right, all right, great. Okay, chalo, okay. We'll move on to the next forest. Now the next forest is thorn and scrub forest. Right now you can see in the image, this will have very small trees, right? Which are मतलब ऐसे बहुत पैने पैने trees होंगे, बहुत पतली पतली leaves होंगी. Can we figure out why? Why do these places have smaller trees, and why are their leaves so thin? सारा खेल सनलाइट और वाटर का है, ये चीज याद रखनी है, right? So Shubham says less rainfall. What else can be the reason? So there's less rainfall, definitely there's lack of rainfall, which leads to less water producing this. They don't get proper water, which is clear. And Ritesh का second point देखो, because they get sunlight, right? So उनको उनको पानी कम मिल रहा है और सनलाइट एक्स्ट्रा मिल रही है. क्योंकि सनलाइट एक्स्ट्रा मिल रही है तो हमें बड़ी लीव्स की जरूरत नहीं है टू क्लोरोफिल इकट्ठा करने के लिए. हमें पतले पतले थॉर्न्स और स्क्रब्स चलेंगे, राइट? सो दैट इज व्हाई these trees will be shorter, because they don't have to grow a lot to reach the sunlight. Sunlight is readily available to them. Excess sunlight is available to them. They're shorter. They will have very very thin leaves because they don't need a lot of space to accumulate chlorophyll, right? Along with this, they will not have a lot of water, which will stunt their growth and also get them very, very dry, right? So rainfall and sunlight, both of them always become a reason for why a tree looks the way it looks, right? Is this clear? Yes, Ajay. Amazing, right? Is this clear to all of us? What are thorn and scrub forest? Because इतनी sunlight है, उसकी वजह से वो छोटे हैं and dry हैं because of less rainfall. They are not just drought regions, it can be regions with very, very less amount of water as well. Leaves are converted to thorns to prevent water loss due to sunlight. Exactly, Ajay. Exactly, Amit. Right? So now, these regions receive less than 500 millimeter of rainfall. They experience dry summers for a long period in India and their shrub type of vegetation. Uh, these leaves are smaller in size, right? So we studied all of these features. Then we can see here the states are mentioned where this season is experienced. So there is Rajasthan, definitely Rajasthan because it is a desert region, parts of Gujarat, parts of Madhya Pradesh. Can you tell me why is Maharashtra here? We studied something about Maharashtra's rainfall pattern. Can you tell me why is Maharashtra here? Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu are all very clear. Yes, Umehani, cactus are found here. Due to Aravali Hills, some part don't get rainfall. Amazing, Lakshmi. Yes, it was called orographic rainfall. So because वहाँ पे hills इतने बड़े थे तो दूसरे part पे rainfall नहीं पहुँचती थी. Amazing guys, याद है तुम्हें इसका मतलब? समझ आ रही है geography. Good, good. Right? So these are the parts where thorn and shrub forests are present. Right? Now we will move on to mangrove forest. Mangrove forest or Sundarban forest. Where are these located? Can we guess? We just discussed it in the starting of the class. Yes, Umehani, rain shadow zone of Maharashtra. Amazing. So Sundarban Delta. Sundarban Delta kahan tha, Lakshmi? West Bengal and Bangladesh. Amazing. Right? So that is where this would be present. Now, would this be an evergreen forest? Would this be what do you think that what kind of forest would this be? Right? It's not exactly evergreen because it is much more intense than evergreen. राइट सो एवरग्रीन में जितनी रेनफॉल होती है उससे भी ज्यादा इधर होती है सो दैट इज व्हाई दिस इज एन एक्सेप्शनल टाइप ऑफ फॉरेस्ट व्हिच इज catered to separately. Now this is one of the largest forests of the world, right? So it is formed by the Sundarban Delta. It is formed by the water of Ganga and Brahmaputra. Now what we will study right now is why do we need to save mangrove forest. Now I will give you a teaser. The main point is कि सुंदरबन फॉरेस्ट में बहुत ज्यादा डिफॉरेस्टेशन हो रही है. अब उसका इम्पैक्ट क्या पड़ रहा है और उसके इम्पैक्ट को हमें क्यों रोकना है और हमें सुंदरबन पढ़ना क्यों है. This is what we will be looking at. I am going to share the link of the video you will be watching now and finding this answer. Why do we need to save Sundarban forest? Amit, teaser mat do. Let's watch the video and then come. Amazing, Akash. First, watch the video. Let's get to the video. Come, I know you know the answer, Akash. Let's get to the video. Yes, I won't say anything while you're watching. Now I'm silent. Take them silent. Okay, Ajay, it is. Can you stay patient for like 5 minutes, Ajay? Let everyone come back. You can leave the call and rejoin also. Then you might be able to watch the video. So you can leave the call and then join again after watching the video. Okay. Umehani, the question is, why do we need to save mangrove forest? Amazing, Amit. Done, Akash. Done, Mahima. Great. You all got answer to this question. Why do we need to save the mangrove forest? Amazing. Okay. We'll just wait for everyone to come. Thank you, Pradum. Amazing. Thank you, Divya. Good answer. Biodiversity, which we need to protect. Right, Umehani? All right. Amazing. When you cut trees, the animals go. Amazing. So, guys, we need to protect Sundarban forest because cyclones and floods happen all the time, right? But when there is a forest on the boundary, what will happen is when that cyclone hits, right? The forest will take all its water, get it inside the earth, increase the earth water levels instead of direct flooding happening. So it will restrict from the flooding, it will restrict from the cyclone, right? So अभी जब हम डिफॉरेस्टेशन कर रहे हैं तो हम इस फॉरेस्ट को हटा रहे हैं और हम साइक्लोन्स की इंटेंसिटी को बढ़ा रहे हैं, राइट? तो हमें अपनी साइक्लोन्स की इंटेंसिटी को रिड्यूस करने के लिए मैन मेड ऑप्शंस नहीं चाहिए. वी नीड थिंग्स लाइक वी नीड टू प्रिजर्व मैंग्रोव और सुंदरबन फॉरेस्ट और एनी अदर फॉरेस्ट फॉर दैट मैटर. इज दिस क्लियर? As mentioned, yes, Lakshmi, good answer. Right? So two things about mangrove or Sundarban forest that you need to remember that are there in the textbook. In swamping areas, estuaries and lagoons near coastal areas have saline soils and moist climate. Coastal type of vegetation is found. तो ये वाले वो एरियाज है जो एकदम डेल्टा के एकदम साइड साइड में है, तो वहां पे छोटी छोटी एस्ट्यूरीज, छोटे छोटे सर्कुलर वाटर बॉडीज बनी होती है. वो कोस्टल एरिया के बगल में एकदम जहाँ पे हाँ सुंदरबन फॉरेस्ट है उस साइड पर. And it has moist climate because it's coastal in region. These are called mangroves or sundarbans in India, right? Now we'll move into the Okay, guys, sorry. I'm so sorry. Can you all hear me now? We're just discussing this last one real quick. Uh, where do you think montane forest will be found? इंडिया में माउंटेन वाले फॉरेस्ट कहाँ पे होंगे? माउंटेन माने माउंटेन. Akash says Himalayas. Is that correct? इन माउंटेन रीजन कहाँ पर है? हिमालयाज में, राइट? तो हिमालयाज भी तीन टाइप के थे. कौन कौन से थे? हॉरिजॉन्टल में कौन कौन से तीन कैटेगरीज थी हिमालयाज की? तीन नाम था हॉरिजॉन्टली, नॉट वर्टिकल, हॉरिजॉन्टल. Umehani, the three ranges of Himalayas horizontally. No, Western Himalayas was Lower Himalayas. Yes, Aditya, what was the other names? What were the other names? Guys, हिमाद्री हिमाचल शिवालिक पढ़ा था या नहीं पढ़ा था? Do you now remember Himadri Himachal Shivaliks?